Hey, family. I gotta do something. See, my brother Andy, he was mad at me. He's like, where the muscles? Man, come on, where the muscles? Where the muscles? Well, I gotta do something. I've got to apologize. Brother Andy, this is for you. Let's go. Hi, my name is T. I am not a chef. Actually, I'm a truck driver. And I don't drive food trucks, I drive a semi. What I'm about to do is show you how to do what I do on my truck. Welcome to your favorite new food show, Big Taste in a Small Space with me, T. So remember what I said, if you get your prep done early, the rest of the meal goes by quick and easy. So I got some multicolored tomatoes to go with my multicolored bandana. And I quartered them, and I took some red onion, sweet pepper, and garlic, and got them prepped and ready too. And since this is gonna be for Brother Andy, I figured I'd do Mussels Deluxe. I had some jumbo squid, but at first I just used the oil. Yeah, it's got olive oil and sesame oil in there, or sunflower oil. So I add a little more olive oil to it. Get that nice and hot. Then I put my onions in there. I got my heat on a medium heat. I don't want it too high. I don't want to fry the onions. I just want to soften them. Give them a nice softer taste. Brings out the sweetness in them. You know, stir them up a little bit. Once they start changing colors, starting to look right, then I put my sweet peppers in there. Stir that in there. Get those soft also. They're going to release their juices. They're going to meld their flavors. Yeah, it's going to go with the oil from the octopus too, the squid. Yeah. Then I added some mushroom. You hear those sirens? Yeah, that's the mushroom police coming at me. I put some tomato paste. I only had a little bit in that tube, so I had to break out the next thing of tomato paste. Put some of that in there. You want to cook your tomato paste off before you add all your other ingredients. You know, that was some anchovy paste too. I figured I only had a little bit. Put it in there. Get them flavors up in there. Once that gets nice and hot, that's when I added my garlic. Once you add that garlic, boy, the whole house starts smelling wonderful. Let that cook down a little bit. If you cook your tomato paste off, it gives a nice, richer, deeper flavor. If I was home, I'd add some wine, but instead I use some rice wine vinegar. Now add that because you need that acidity, and you're going to cook that down, reduce it by about a third. Bring that heat up high, let it boil, let it bubble, boil in trouble. Like I said, reduce that by about a third. Stir. Once you think you got that down just about right, that's when I drop in the squid, because you know this can of squid comes already cooked. Thing about squid and octopus, if you cook it really fast, it'll stay tender. If you cook it high heat, it gets hard, but if you cook it for a long time, it gets tender again. So it's already cooked in that can, but I put it in my sauce now just to make sure it's nice and tender when the dish is done. I'm still reducing that sauce. The heat's still kind of high. Now I put my tomatoes in. Once I put my tomatoes in, I turn it down to a medium-high heat. Don't want it too high, don't want it too low. Those tomatoes are going to break down in there and make their own sauce with all the other goodness that's in there. Yeah. So the tomatoes are starting to melt. You make sure you stir a little bit. Put 2 bay leaves in there. Bay leaves. You don't notice when they're in there, but you will miss them when they're gone. And since I only have one burner, I have a water kettle. I turned that on so I can heat up the water for the pasta. But when I do that, I have to turn the hot plate off because I'm only in a truck. Cut up some peppers, those are jalapenos, put them in the sauce. Once my water is ready, that's when I switch out my two pots so I can pour the water in there. Like I said, this is for the pasta. Put a little salt in there. Make it salty like the sea. Not too salty. This is just to flavor the pasta so it's not bland. And if you notice, I didn't put any salt in my seafood yet. So turn my heat up again on the hot plate. And I'm going to use my pasta to actually stir the salt in there. Get the water moving around. I like using angel hair pasta because it cooks really fast. Once your water's hot, you don't even have to have it up on the stove. So put my seafood back on. So I start adding my shrimp. Had a little more than a little bit of shrimp. Put that in there. Shrimp, takes seconds to cook. So I got my heat up to about medium high again. Then I start doing Andy's part. I put the mussels in there. Andy was so upset with me. So I put my mussels in there. And if you buy your mussels, these mussels I bought from Walmart. So they were already fully cooked. If you buy raw mussels, you take the beard off and do all the cleaning. When you put them in now, I would put the mussels in before the shrimp if they were not cooked. And when you put them in, you put the top on. But since these were cooked, just had to heat them up. See me putting salt, pepper, little peperoncino, crushed red peppers. Stir it up. You just want this to get up to temperature. Every now and then I stir my pot in the back. Make sure my pasta don't stick. Stir this up. Make sure it's getting nice and hot. And now we can pretty much get ready to plate this up. First thing, you put your pasta in a bowl, like so. Then you get your seafood, and you gently put your seafood in the bowl with the pasta on the top. Yes, I had to slow that down because it looked so good. Your mouth watering too? Or is it just me? Get a little of that broth, get a little of that sauce in there. Yeah. And we're golden. So, Brother Andy, this one's for you. Mussels Deluxe with shrimp, some squid, and a whole lot of love. Cook with love and intention.